Often when referencing the 1993 Superstorm event, the first thing that comes to mind is the massive amount of snow that fell on the eastern portion of the U.S. However, the event had a multitude of hydrometeorological happenings across a wide area. In fact, some people refer to it as the storm of the century because of its wide-ranging effects. So let's talk about Superstorm 1993. Where did it happen? What happened? Why it happened? And what were the impacts and lessons learned from the event? Superstorm 1993 happened from Cuba to Canada, but most of the impacts were felt on the east coast of the U.S. So what exactly was Superstorm 1993? That's right, an extratropical cyclone, or a storm that gets its energy from the interaction of cold and warm air masses and consists of more than one front. In the case of Superstorm 1993, 3 independent weather events merged into one extratropical cyclone. The extratropical cyclone occurred from March 12th to March 14th, 1993. But let's look at this satellite image from March 10th, where we can see the first of the weather events moving from the west to the east. It's a mixture of snow and rain that's going to combine with 2 other events. This satellite image shows that by the morning of March 12th, the snow and ice was getting closer to the east coast. Meanwhile, a low-pressure system of severe thunderstorms was forming in the Gulf of Mexico, and a blast of cold Arctic air was dipping very, very low. Let's stop and talk about that polar jet stream dipping low down to the Gulf for a second. Sometimes during winter, the polar jet stream will bring down cold Arctic air toward the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. And remember what we said about extratropical cyclones? By midday on March 12th, the extratropical cyclone had formed. You can see the low pressure area in red. In fact, let's just bring in a hand-drawn sketch from weather.gov. And you can see where the low pressure areas are. Looking at the satellite imagery for March 13th, we can see the storm as it starts to make its way up the east coast. We can also see the squall lines as they head across to Florida, causing storm surges and tornadoes and coastal flooding. The extratropical cyclone has taken its comma shape. Most times, the heaviest precipitation occurs just to the left of the low pressure area at the top of the comma. This map shows the snowfall depths from Superstorm 1993. Look at that, over 60 inches in Tennessee. Remember, a lot of the snow fell just to the left of the low pressure area of the extratropical cyclone. By March 14th, the extratropical cyclone was moving out of the United States and north into Canada. This set of images shows the water vapor moving, and you can see it moving in that comma shape that's typical of the extratropical cyclone. The superstorm set several new records, including low pressure, temperature, and maximum wind gusts. Also, curfews were set in many counties and cities as states of emergency were declared. Let's check out some record-setting damages that the superstorm caused, including over 270 deaths and billions of dollars in damages. This storm was the first time the NWS was able to warn people of a blizzard condition well in advance. Unfortunately, the modeling did not see the rapid intensity, the rapid cyclogenesis of the storm in the Gulf of Mexico, and they were unable to prepare people for the wind and storm surge damage that was going to occur in the South. So what did we learn here? Superstorm 1993 was an extratropical cyclone that occurred from March 12th to March 14th on the east coast of the U.S. It was the combination of 3 weather events and cost billions of dollars in damages, as well as over 270 deaths. These are some of the references that I used to prepare this video. If you want to do any further reading, check them out.